This video will demonstrate how to create an electrical constraint set and then apply that electrical constraint set to objects in a design. In order to create an electrical constraint set, we need to be in the Constraint Manager. We'll launch Constraint Manager through the Constraint Manager icon. Now we need to be in the electrical domain, which we are. Remember, there are two folders, electrical constraint set folder and net folder. And again, we create the rules in the electrical constraint set folder and apply the rules to the objects in the net folder. So we're going to create a total etch length constraint set. So we'll select that worksheet, which are there. I'm going to select on the design name, do a right mouse button, create electrical C set, and give it a name. Now that I have that created, I need to assign some values to it. So I'm going to say a minimum of 1,000 mils, maximum of 2,000. Notice that my units for these columns are in mils, so I just got to type in the numbers. So there I have my electrical constraint set. It's called first. Total etch length that must be between 1,000 and 2,000 mils. I now need to assign that constraint set to some objects. So I need to go to my net folder. I'll go to my net folder, to my total etch length worksheet. Here's all my objects. If I want to apply that to a bus, I'll expand the bus's object. And let's say I'm going to assign that to the Flash A bus. I'll select in the referenced electrical C set column, the left mouse button, and choose my first electrical constraint set. If we expand that bus, we'll see now that all of the bits of that bus have inherited that electrical constraint set, therefore in following those rules that were defined. Let's suppose I want to apply that to some nets, not necessarily a bus. So I'll expand my nets and XNets object. I'm going to scroll down here to these GX data nets. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign it to GX data 0 through 7. I could select every individual column individually one at a time, but what I'm going to do is pick on GX data 0, the referenced electrical CSET column, pick, but then hold, drag down through all of the 8 nets in there. And as soon as I let go, it will give me all the different electrical constraint sets I can assign. I'm going to assign the first electrical C set to those nets. Now in the electrical constraints domain, green is good, red is bad, and yellow is undetermined. So we see over here, everybody is green in the maximum value because the minimum value is 27.85. So they're currently routed less than 2,000. If you notice there's a lot of 27.85 values, that happens to be the pin escape routing for these nets that happen to be going to a BGA. So since 27.85 is less than 2,000, these are green. Now these nets 4 through 7, the reason these are red here is because these actually happen to be 1-pin nets, so they are fully routed up, and they are less than my minimum value of 1,000. My GX data 0 through 3 nets are yellow. So the question is, why are they yellow? If I move my mouse over there and check in my status window, it will say not fully routed. Remember that most of the time in the electrical domain, a net must be fully routed or a connection must be fully routed before they will be able to be either red or green. This concludes the demonstration on how to create an electrical constraint set and then apply that electrical constraint set to objects in a design.